Well, I guess we're waiting for all the networks to come up. It says 4, 5, 6.
In a major speech in Atlanta.
Yeah, you don't have to share your audio with me if you're sharing it through.
Thank you. I'm not. I don't need to share it at all. I don't need to share it at all. But, although, let's do that.
Indie left, news and politics and all the rest. So much to do on the YouTube, so they curate a list for you. Do you want to watch your favorite creator or have a chat on Discord later? Well, you better get hip to Indie Left. Indie Left, IndieLeft.news.
Welcome to...
Live?
We are live! It is Sunday night. It is 10 o'clock. Welcome everybody to How Do We Miss That? You got Reef here. You got Indy here. We're just chilling. Got a lot of stories to cover. Got a lot of things to do. Letting everybody get into chat. Say hello.
Hello.
Everybody get to the stream. What up, Reef? I haven't talked to you all day because...
No. We haven't done that.
The COVID has entered the family. Yeah. Yeah, well, it's apparently going around everywhere. Everybody we know seems to be ripping up now with the vid. Eric, welcome. How are you, buddy? Happy Sunday. So yeah, yesterday was a rough day, and today also did a lot of sleeping, a lot of resting, and I'm here. I'm ready to go. And wife got diagnosed. You know, she tested positive on Friday for COVID, so we are a little dry, scratchy throat, but other than that, we're fine, and thankfully kids are good, and again, we're ready to do a show. Yesterday I wasn't quite up to it, but we're here and we're ready to go. Let's do the official welcome, everybody, to How Do We Miss That? How Do We Miss That is a show airing on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, and Odyssey. We are live on Odyssey. Normally every Saturday night at midnight Eastern and 9 Pacific, but of course tonight, special night, reviewing a few big stories we haven't seen covered much in leftist independent media. Hosted by me, Indy, founder and editor of IndependentLeft.news, Leftist.today, creator and member of the Indie News Network, and this guy, Reef Breland, who is the creator of the Jimmy Dore Discord, host of Reefer After Dark. All the stories were featured in our Substack, Leftist.today, and at the top of IndependentLeft.news.
Nice.
So I wanted to give again, we are showcasing left-leaning independent media free from advertiser influence. That's really important through the advertisers. Unless they're really cool, but but still they're not going to influence our commentary or our thought process.
Yeah.
Did want to give my the weekly shout outs, patrons, Ko-fi supporters. You see Eric T in the chat. He's one of our Ko-fi supporters. Thank you. We got Richard, we got Nikki, Radical Leftist Agenda, and Les Bones. Noli D, I saw she was on live with somebody earlier today. Richard M from Facebook and Lady Dragonfly Robin. Thank you so much. Of course, the volunteers, Nicole and Darlene. Warren, who's been doing all the clipping, and now Big Mad Crab, Greg, who's now taking over, helping out with some thumbnails, also with the editing and the clipping. Wanted to say thank you and shout out to Alex Davidson, of course, for liking every Substack post again this week. He's amazing. Thank you.
Nice.
And to Sabby for being the first guest on the Friends of Indie Left show, which was really cool. We did that last Monday. It's a half-hour interview. Definitely check it out on my channel here. And then podcast is still up to date. Audio version of the show, head over to anchor.fm/independentleftnews. You can subscribe there for free. Find us on Spotify. Also, you could search How Do We Miss That? Also, How Do We Miss That clips on Rumble. And this is the... We'll have to... Reef will get you the link for the clip channel there. And he'll drop that in the
Yep,
chat
do
at
that.
some point when he's not eating dinner. Or
Well,
smoking
whatever.
something. So...
I can multitask.
Can you?
Young Jamie, pull that up.
Young Jamie? Nice.
Jamie, pull
So, again, let's get to... Restream bot, turn that off. Hey, Reef
Turn
got
off
an E
Restream
badge.
bot.
Look at that. Look at that. So we have leftist.today. That's the Substack. This was today's, or actually last night's. We haven't gotten to publish tonight's. That just got released about an hour ago. The edition of Independent Left News. Need to move things around, curate it, and then I will publish a Substack either late tonight or tomorrow at some point. We see here some tweets, some videos, and these were just things that happened yesterday. Interesting, good Lee Camp video about cops shooting more people than you thought. Links to find all of us, including, like I said, that Rumble channel. Here we go. There's the multitask. There you go. So now that's in there. Oh, we already have a spammer.
Oh, you have the
Thanks,
you have
Eric.
the clip channel already.
Yeah, I got the clip channel. I'm good.
Cool.
That's interesting. It posted as INN. Interesting.
Yeah, it does that if that's what it's going to.
Okay. Cool. So, yeah, we have about 10 different stories from this week that I think that we actually did miss quite a bit of them. I even missed a few of them. You know, luckily I include them, but I don't really have the time to read through every single article, 5 articles, 5 videos plus a day. So
Right.
this is what Independent Left.News looks like right now. But what I want to do now is go to the slideshow that I prepared for our first story.
I need like a monitor
slideshow
like
on.
right here, so that, like when I'm like looking at them, I'm like looking at what the screen is over to our stage left.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh, so it's actually there? I got you.
Right. Yeah.
So,
I need like a little iPad set up.
right? This is a story from Left Voice. Tatiana Cozzarelli, who's, again, one of the all-stars, one of the best out there. And very plainly, very bluntly, unsafe school reopenings are not about the kids. They're about capitalist profits. Unsafe school reopenings are definitely a thing. And that's one of the things she's going to talk about is how they're unsafe and exactly what she means by that. Okay. They're a desperate attempt to keep the economy functioning, basically because the kids have to be in school so their parents can work. Okay.
Yeah.
They're a mechanism to keep workers at work to produce profit for their bosses, while at the same time refusing to invest in necessary changes. All right. Oh, Noli, welcome. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, well, wheelchair accessible bathroom. What is it? You're in a wheelchair accessible room with a bathroom that she can't access because the door is too narrow. In a wheelchair accessible room? Great. Thanks a lot, Hilton. Good job.
Nice.
Oh, what are you going to do? Oh, I'm so sorry, Noli. So, we're talking about unsafe reopenings of schools. Okay, mass absences of students and teachers are being reported, as we know. So on Monday, the New York City Department of Education reported student attendance is 67%, which is lower than it was even in March of 2020. And how often did we hear from Biden, this isn't March 2020? It sure seems a lot like it in a lot of ways. 141 schools, less than half of their students show up. Only 3 schools with more than 90% attendance. Again, kids are getting sick, parents are getting sick, and they're not really figuring out how to deal with this. And here's a couple of teachers that are talking about what's going on in the schools. All right, COVID testing was canceled today when the COVID testing providers tested positive for COVID-2. Really? This is what's going on, okay? And then another one, special ed teachers pulled from ICT classes to cover for teachers who are out with Omicron. So now we have kids at home learning nothing, kids at school learning nothing. And this is equitable. It's crazy. I mean, nobody knows what to do. On Tuesday, Boston schools reopened with roughly 1 in 10 staff out sick. Right? They were given take home rapid tests, but some of the tests were expired.
Oh, of course they were.
Okay, and of course, the N95 thing, understood that not all masks would be N95, but of course, if you're giving it to teachers to try to keep them safe in a classroom, unreal. And then Fred Edward, I know Chicago is near and dear to your heart. We did want to talk about what's going on in the Chicago schools and how 73% of teachers voted to teach remotely until schools could be open safely. But instead, they decided to close all the schools and lock the teachers out of their Google Classrooms and bar them from teaching remotely.
Why would they bar them from teaching remotely?
Well,
That's weird.
by not giving them access to Google Classroom.
No, I know. I'm supposed to, like, why would they do that?
Because they want to force the kids to go into school.
Okay.
All right. And if teachers who don't go into work on Wednesday would be placed on no pay status.
Oh, of course they would.
Are you? It's like, wow. Unreal. So, and of course, teachers. And we've got friends who are teachers. I think all of us knows a teacher. And they are being stretched to the breaking point. You know, teachers are vulnerable. Bus drivers are out like crazy. I mean, it's a real issue right now, and hopefully, again, we'll get over this in a couple of weeks. And again, it seems like not herd immunity, but if everybody's going to get it at some point, I guess that would be considered herd immunity. Okay, but yeah. Teachers are on the front line of addressing the needs of kids who've experienced the pandemic for nearly 2 years. Kids who lost family members and struggle with uncertainty, isolation, right? And of course, there are some kids that have actually done better with remote learning. I have a good friend of mine whose daughter has actually done better with remote learning.
Right.
And as a parent, it's a problem because you want your kid in school learning, of course, but you want them to be safe. You want their teachers to be safe, and you want, again. And this is what also, they don't have the infrastructure to deal with massive teacher absences of the type that are occurring all over the country. And media and politicians are calling teachers lazy for demanding the most basic safety precautions. Okay. But a lot of kids don't do better remote working. That's the problem. Adults do because they went to school, they socialized, they need that social interaction. How about all the kids that are getting meals at school, that were getting meals at school? All right. Crisis in schools has put parents in an impossible position, and this is what we're dealing with right now, which is, should kids go to school and risk getting it? Because my kids are young enough that they can't even get the shot, and I'm not even thrilled about the idea of getting them the shot because of all the different stuff that they've been talking about and the increased long-term risks. They don't even know the long-term risks for children. And, you know, putting it in my body, I'm only going to be around another 40 years, or 40, 50 years. They're going to be around a lot longer. So I'm much more hesitant there. So it's a touchy situation, and I'm glad Left Voice is covering it from this angle. I know that a lot of the socialists have been much more advocates of shutdowns. Look, we all would prefer if they just shut it down and paid everybody to stay home. But they're not going to do that. So now, in light of that, what do? How do you fix this?
I mean, you can't force mandating anything. You know, you can't do. I mean, it's just you know, it's like they want to fuck up the problem either way. You know, like either direction they want to go, they want to choose the worst choice to go that way.
And teachers are definitely getting sick. The number of teachers who've died from this over the last year is pretty remarkable. And now, was it specifically this? Who knows? But you got teachers with comorbidities, so that's a real problem. And you're losing brain drain. You're losing, again, whether it is or it isn't a danger to kids is one thing, but it is a danger to the adults that are around the kids either way. And you have to worry about them too. The administrators, the teachers, the bus drivers, they serve a vital, valuable part of this whole thing. And they've worked throughout the pandemic on top of it. And this is how we're going to treat them at the end of it, which is kind of gross in my mind. I don't necessarily like the framing of unsafe, but at the same time, it's unsafe for teachers. They don't feel safe. Kids are talking about this all the time. It's completely a distraction from learning to begin with.
How much of that fear do you think is just unwarranted fear?
Who knows? I mean, a lot of it is
Yeah.
mainstream media caused hype. Okay, but everybody, all these kids' parents are watching the corporate news, so it's not a tremendous surprise that you've got this going on. But look, teachers going out and getting sick, that's a real thing. Everybody's seeing it. Again, it's popping up everywhere, and they're usually a canary in the coal mine. Again, I don't want anybody to get sick, and I want everyone to do to be healthy.
No, I do find it an interesting take to like look at like, what does school actually provide the community when it is running, and so
again, I want to address Eric's question about Sweden, but Sweden also offers free healthcare to all their citizens, and they do much better on preventative care, and everybody, yes, they did not do lockdowns, but they also, I'm guessing they probably are vaccinated to a good percentage. I don't know how it works, but with a nationalized healthcare system, you can administer vaccines a whole lot easier. And if you can negotiate with the drug companies the way that their single payer system can, you don't have to break the entire economy to do it.
You're also going to manage to do preventative work a lot easier, and
they do they see doctors
right?
much more often.
Yeah. Right. But they could have been, I know a bunch of countries are giving out immune boosting packs and stuff like that. And, so.
Yep.
Not that YouTube likes us talking about any of those things. So.
Right. Right.
But,
okay. So now we have to go back to this, but I need to turn off the slideshow and go back to. Okay. So this is all part of a section called Capitalism is the common denominator. Okay. Now you should be able to see this at this point.
Yep.
Okay. This is our friend Lauren Elizabeth, who is a nurse's aide or some kind of a healthcare assistant up in upstate New York. But she also writes, and she's got tremendous takes and opinions. So her take, of course, is that there is no such thing as a low-skilled worker, playing off the Eric Adams statement. And this is where, at the time, he had been a mayor for 9 days, but it hadn't prevented him from sticking his foot in his mouth, right? Right? Because he said, my low-skilled workers, cooks, dishwashers, messengers who, Dunkin' Donuts workers.
I've seen thousands of, Congress is the only low-skilled job in the country.
Right? 100%.
So
it appears that his unfortunate idea of advocating for these workers he deems low skill. By the way, he's a cop. He's a cop.
Yep.
Now, she says, I worked at Dunkin' Donuts during the summer when I was home from college and at Aeropostale in the mall when I was at school. The Dunkin' Donuts job in particular was unequivocally the most difficult job I will ever have.
I know Indy wouldn't survive without Dunkin' Donuts, so.
Dunkin' Donuts French vanilla fuels this fuels this endeavor. You can see that you can actually go to ko-fi.com, ko-fi.com/INT left news and buy some and throw me a coffee and hook me up. I buy it by the pound and I make it here. Don't go to Dunkin' Donuts nearly as often as I used to, but I used to be a 3 extra large a day kind of guy.
Oh.
But what she said here was that her manager was probably one of the cruelest, most sadistic, and mentally abusive people she had ever encountered in person. She got pleasure out of treating her employees like dirt, belittling them, cursing it, yelling them in front of coworkers, even customers. Terrible. All right, she said she was literally throwing up every single morning before work. The anxiety was so bad, so it's not difficult to understand why she has that problem. All right, one day after she had my coworker in tears, after she screamed at her so loudly the entire gas station was watching, all because my coworker put too much cream cheese on the bagel she was making. I decided I couldn't take it anymore. I needed a little more money. So I put in a 2-week notice, but I was gone. Okay. But the idea of a low-skill worker is a myth, and a myth created with very specific intentions. Low-skill worker is an idea created by corporations and the elites in an effort to justify and make people comfortable with suppressed wages. Nothing more. Hell yeah. This is going in chat. Everybody can. Yeah, retail jobs are brutal. 100% agree.
Well, it's like, the Karens who want to yell at the people are like the first ones to like make their own franchise business.
Debate Me
And then they
channel,
become
welcome, brother.
terrible bosses.
Indie News Network
So-
family member. Debate Me channel. Definitely check out his stuff. Really good. Okay, I'm gonna give Lauren a. Oh, you know what it is? I don't subscribe to Medium. I'm not a big fan of this.
You know what
platform.
happened?
But I do hook her up on Ko-fi.
What happened was that we didn't go to our recording room is what happened. And Carl joined us in Discord.
No, we did not. So
Yeah.
hopefully nobody pops in to say hello.
like Carl did, and
Did
it's
he?
in our room.
Oh, we missed that.
Yeah.
How do we miss that?
He's muted and deafened, but
Nice. What up, Carl?
yeah.
So, next story. Okay, hold on. I got a diddly do so that we can do that, and then we're gonna go back here. Yeah, I don't like studio mode on. And we're going to diddly do it there. Well, Kroger's been in the news quite a bit this week. 8,000 employees went on strike. And now a new survey of Kroger employees finds homelessness, poverty, and food insecurity are widespread. They work for a fucking supermarket. They sell food all day. Okay. 14% have been homeless in the last year.
It's crazy.
It's so frustrating, and it's like I don't even have the words really. But what's worse is 14% of workers Kroger workers are now homeless or have been within the last year. More than a third say they fear being evicted. Now, why? There's a couple reasons. Now, a living wage would be $22 an hour, working full time at $46,000 a year, but only 35% work full time. So what they're doing is they're starving people to part-time wages, 32 hours a week, just under the full-time limit. All right, at $18 an hour, which amounts to less than $30,000 a year. And on top of it, the majority of Kroger workers have college or postgraduate education.
Right.
For $18, for less than $18 an hour. Gouging.
Wasn't it a
All
kid
right.
who like worked at Kroger's or something like that?
A lot of people
forget.
a lot of people have worked at Kroger's and King Soopers and all their different Fred Meyer. Okay, 1/4 of Kroger workers say they went hungry because they couldn't afford food, and 14% get food stamps. Yeah. And they get a 10% discount on food. Yeah, thanks. Their work schedule is so unstable, they don't know more than a day in advance. How do you prepare? How do you have a life like that? And they're faced with customers who have refused to wear masks during the pandemic, especially, I'm guessing, in the Florida area and in markets where they did not have any type of a mask mandate at any point.
I mean, I don't know if we have many Krogers in Florida, but I think we got a couple.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Though it only covers Kroger employees, it's fair to assume that the problems it describes apply to grocery workers across the U.S., but indeed, the descriptions of poverty and lack of workplace safety and support match what workers at other grocery stores have told them repeatedly since the pandemic began, and actually that this might even be one of the better situations, believe it or not. So, the decline in working standards is not driven by the inability of grocery companies to provide for employees. Kroger, which employs close to 500,000 people, sold more than $132 billion in groceries with profits of $4 billion. They're not hurting. Since the pandemic, their stock has risen more than 40%.
Dude, 40% is crazy, man.
In a
you think
year
about how
and in
much
2
that
years.
per
I mean,
stock-
for a supermarket stock. Now, again, I don't know how much people follow the stock market, but supermarket stocks don't have that kind of velocity and that kind of growth.
Yeah.
But when everybody's locked away and there's only certain stores that they picked winners that they allowed to stay open, this is what ended up happening. And the then there was the thing about hero pay, and I think that's in here
Right.
too. but that they had increased pay in April and May of 2020, but they pulled that back almost immediately.
Yeah, I mean that was like what, for like a couple months maybe.
Yeah, 2 months.
Yeah. Yep.
So unionized grocery store workers have already begun pushing for many of these improvements during the pandemic. Big improvement is now all contracts are soon to be expiring by this summer or before. Okay, and there's a lot of growing solidarity for addressing grocery store workers' struggle for higher wages, more secure scheduling, improved safety, and more. They'll be pushing hard for these improvements in 2022. But what's worse, and I don't know if I see it here, but the CEO of Kroger made more than $20 million last year, while 14% of his workers went homeless. Gross. Gross. Hamilton Nolan, in these times, another member of the All-Star team. Big fan of that of that guy. I mean, sometimes in these times has good takes, sometimes they have not so good takes, but I can almost guarantee if it's a Hamilton Nolan article, it's going to be really quality. All right.
It's just,
next.
I mean, it's one of the most common jobs in America, right? Like
half a million people
crap.
work for this grocery chain alone.
Yeah.
All right.
It's ridiculous.
Okay. Next, we're going to go to the next slide. Now, slideshow on. You all right, man?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. More capitalism is killing us all. After a year of vaccine profiteering, Pfizer, those fuckers, hiked drug prices on 125 drugs.
Oh,
They can do this because we let them. Unlike other nations that use their purchasing power to get a better deal. So Jake Johnson, who is definitely a member of the All-Star team, despite record revenue...
Playing football? Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, Jake Johnson. He is he just top headlines, top articles, good facts, solid. But
Nice.
Despite this record revenue in 2021, Pfizer began 2022 with price hikes on 7 of its 10 best-selling drugs, including pneumonia vaccine up almost 7%, breast cancer up almost 7%, and cardiovascular because nobody has heart disease.
Yeah. Except the entire country.
Right. So this may be hard to see, but this is Prevnar, which is the pneumonia vaccine, Ibrance, which is breast cancer, Eliquis, Xeljanz, okay, Sufent, Inleta, which is a kidney cancer drug, 6.9%, brings the price to $17,775 for a 1-month supply of the pill, an $1,147 increase alone.
Yeah, because there's definitely not a lot of drinkers that get kidney cancer.
Sutent, $20,000 a month for gastric or kidney cancer.
Yeah.
For $1,000 increase.
Insulin has been going up for the last decade.
Unreal.
You know. I mean, they just keep hiking them up. When's the last time you heard of a price drop on Pfizer's drugs?
I think Congress had passed something on 10 drugs by 2025, but I don't even know if that actually even made it into whatever final bill it ended up in. It was something talked about, but drug companies have increased prices, not just Pfizer, but overall, 554 drugs, 183 by $100 or more, and 118 drugs with increases carry a price of over $5,000.
Jesus.
You better have some really good insurance in this country.
$5,000 for what?
A month.
For a month? Okay.
For a month on cancer treatment drugs. Yes.
So what do you think the average
Oh, it's got to be 6 weeks of chemo, 10 weeks of chemo at least. Again.
Yeah. That's I mean, I'm just thinking of the average income times that a month. You know?
That alone will break you. Yes, that exactly. And they work out payment plans with hospital. So the average price hike was 6.3%, and 1 in 4 price hikes exceeded the most recently available inflation rate at the time of analysis. Just yet another place we're all getting squeezed. So that's our vaccine profiteering. Now, I did want to move on to foreign policy, because what the F is going on with our foreign policy? Well, first off is we had a summit, or there is an upcoming summit, or there was one this week with Putin. And Biden is being urged to engage diplomatically with Russia to avert a military conflict over Ukraine. So what's going on here with Ukraine? And we'll get a little bit more into the specifics about Ukraine. I have a really in-depth breakdown about 6 things that the corporate media won't talk to you about or won't mention. Nice. So, top U.S. and Russian diplomats plan to sit down together on Monday, and this was this past Monday in Geneva, followed by a NATO-Russia Council meeting on Wednesday in Brussels, right?
Right.
And what happened? While U.S. intel has recently suggested that Russia is plotting a potential offensive against Ukraine involving up to 175,000 troops, Moscow has denied any planned invasion. And as Tapper, I don't know which Tapper that is, Moscow has advocated for pulling back some U.S. forces in Eastern Europe and ruling out expanding NATO, an alliance dating back to 1949, to include Ukraine. And there's a reason why. Okay, and it's because that Russia was promised that if they allowed Germany into NATO, to go into NATO, that NATO would not continue to expand further eastward. And that is something that nobody talks about here. So neither of these is actually on the table.
Okay.
Is what Blinken said. We all know our wonderful Secretary of State. Moscow on Sunday made clear it would not make concessions under U.S. pressure and warned that this week's talks on the Ukraine crisis might end early. Okay, and the deputy foreign minister suggested they could end after just one meeting. Well, okay. Noting that he faces a stark and profoundly consequential choice, coalition concludes that it is in the interests of the United States, our allies, people of Ukraine, and the world community that the disputes between our nations be settled peacefully. Can't agree more. If the Ukrainian people want to be part of Russia, we should certainly not stop that. If they don't, we should certainly not allow Russia to overtake them. I think that we should probably democratically allow them to make that decision on their own.
Sure. I mean, the thing is do we then play the world police on top of that if things don't go the way we want it to, right? Like,
well, and that's one of the things that, and this is the much more in-depth piece from Ted at antiwar.com that was featured in Popular Resistance. Again, 6 things that the media won't tell you about Ukraine, and I clipped this out. Okay, talking about how here are 6 crucial pieces of background that the Western media won't tell you. All right, first of all, again, the NATO promise. Putin's demands are only bold if it is bold to ask NATO to keep its promises. Okay, his demands are only impossible if it is impossible for NATO to keep its promise. All right, Russians also feel the sting of hypocrisy when it comes to Ukraine and Crimea. They point to Kosovo and Cuba, which is also, history is not on our side here.
No. Yeah, I mean, but what do we want? You know, a different Bay of Pigs this time? You know?
Unreal. So, yeah, as a result, Russia sees the West's position on Crimea as nothing more than a case of extreme hypocrisy. Right. I mean, meddling. Declassified documents make it clear that all the Western powers, including not only the U.S. and Germany, but also the UK and France, repeatedly made Russia the same promise, which is, again, that we would not expand eastward beyond Germany.
Right.
And that, again, declassified documents have made that clear, that is what was promised. It was a reiteration of the earlier February 1990 promise that not only NATO membership, but NATO troops would not extend east.
Yeah, except
Then there's,
we have, right?
Well, except we have, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then there's the catalyst for the crisis today, right, which was that 2014 coup, which was set up and supported by Viktor Yanukovych. We remember old Vicky.
Yep.
Okay, so both Russia and the EU could help Ukraine, and Yanukovych doesn't have to be forced to choose, according to Stephen Cohen, and that's why I put this in, because everybody reveres Stephen Cohen and his takes and opinions. May he rest in peace. It was the European Union, backed by Washington, that said in November to the democratically elected president of a profoundly divided country, Ukraine, you must choose between Europe and Russia.
You must choose.
So instead of a Russian puppet president betraying his people and abandoning an economic alliance with the EU in favor of an economic alliance with Russia, what the media will not tell you is that the catalyst of the current crisis was a U.S. engineered and supported coup of a democratically elected president, who we may not have liked, but he was democratically elected. But what happened? We destabilized their country. Then there's also, the media will not tell you about the crucial connection between the NATO promise to expand, not to expand east, and the coup in Ukraine itself. All right, again, Stephen Cohen also included security policy provisions that would apparently subordinate Ukraine to NATO. So the provisions compelled Ukraine to adhere to Europe's military and security policies. So the proposal was not a benign economic agreement. It was a security threat to Russia in economic sheep's clothing. That is. And then there's, again, what Crimea wants.
What does Crimea want?
What do they want? That's a great question. In itself, it's not so important to the U.S. What was so threatening was what the annexation meant in terms of Russia's relationship to the U.S. and in terms of its changing role in the world order. We saw that as they're expanding eastward or westward, except it was already part of their, the EU economic alliance was an aggressive package that hid it in NATO's expansion right up to Russia's border. The media won't tell you that either. Yes, it does. So, and again, not only does it have bipartisan support, it also has support of the corporate media that serves the military-industrial complex and defense contractors. So you won't hear this kind of questioning of, why are we involved in Crimea? What are we doing there? Are we in the right? Have we made promises and guarantees to these people? And again, this is the Quincy Institute for Responsible Statecraft who points out that Russia has not annexed Donetsk and Luhansk, or recognized their independence. He says that annexation is not Russia's preferred option for the future of the Donbass region, and adds that the important reminder that Moscow could have annexed the Donbass, as it did Crimea, at any time during the past 7 years, but has refrained. Now, part of it, honestly, is because we drew a line in the sand when they went to Crimea, and it brought us to the brink at that point. And they probably didn't want to push much further.
Like Obama before Trump got in office, right? Didn't he push a bunch of troops over there?
Yes, he did.
See what Trump would do with it, pretty much.
This is well, yeah, but this is also Russia pushing Obama and not just Russia, but the entire East pushing the limits on Western imperialism. Okay, but what the real picture is, Russia doesn't want the Donbass, and Donbass, possibly even Ukraine, don't want NATO.
Yeah.
Right? But they also feel the sting, like I said, when they point to Kosovo and Cuba. Right? In 2008, we supported that. Did I have that earlier?
Maybe. I think so.
I think that was a dupe.
Good thing to reiterate, though.
The annexation of Crimea was not a Russian act of expansionist aggression or intervention. Again, I think that this was written by somebody in Russia. This is clearly a pro-Russian stance. Definitely an anti-imperialist stance.
That's also okay to be.
I have no problem with it, but I certainly want to state what the bias clearly is here. I mean, this is definitely not from an American perspective. It was a defense of a red line against U.S. expansionism that broke foundational and U.S. NATO promise, and against an interventionist U.S. supported coup. Okay. all of these things are true, and the Western media won't tell you any of them.
Yeah. Well, and they're right that they won't. Like, we wouldn't hear any of that stuff. So,
Yep.
did it say who wrote that at the top?
That was from antiwar.com. Ted Snyder. Ted Snyder from antiwar.com.
Okay.
See, now slideshow off. This worked. And while we're here, let's do this. Guest name off, guest Twitter on. Hey, look at that. I'm all fancy and stuff. Okay.
I'm clapping
So,
for you.
the next article is from our Indie News Network partner and teammate, The Dissident. Brian Lynch, right. David Lynch's weird cousin.
David Lynch's weird cousin.
David Lynch's weird cousin, Brian. Okay,
David
and again,
Lynch,
this is also part of what's going on with foreign policy. And he's debunking an article about David Cleon's controversial piece in The Nation about what should the left do about China. So what he's talking about is he laments some large figures on the left for not talking about issues of China's actions in Hong Kong and Xinjiang. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's missing three main principles that any leftist should take up: focusing on your own state, not giving into interventionist narratives, and opposing sanctions and escalation. And he does a really solid breakdown of all three. Again, focus on your own government, look at Yemen, look at Gaza, look at the things that we actually can control rather than complaining.
We've done in the last decade.
Right.
Yeah.
Bolivia, Venezuela, Syria, neo-Nazis in Ukraine. I mean, Americans dying from... Look at all these different things that are happening in our own backyard. All right, let alone
to begin with.
all the whistleblowers that are being jailed and persecuted.
Yep,
all right,
that's a big old
simply
list.
To put it simply, don't throw stones in glass houses. The U.S. has...
What did Reality Winner do again? I forget that one.
That was a whistleblower story that went through The Intercept.
Okay. I'll have to look that one up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, don't give in to
houses.
interventionist narrative. Yeah, exactly. Daniel Hale, free Julian Assange. Put it simply, don't throw stones in glass houses. Right. The U.S. left has so much that needs to be changed about their own government. They don't have the time nor the right to try to clean up or fix a government they have absolutely no control over. All right, and that was his point about Chomsky up above, which was, I'm going to focus on what I actually can control, even if it is a small part of the world, because I can have an impact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't give in to interventionist narratives. Talking about I'm guessing this is the Uyghur Muslims. Okay, xenophobes and warmongers. Okay, manipulating gullible liberals to support a new Cold War in China. That's exactly what they're doing, and it's being led by both parties. Blinken and Biden are just as much behind this as Trump was. Okay, yeah. The mainstream media's use of anti-Semite Adrian Zenz or the APSI show the U.S. media is looking to paint as extreme a narrative as possible surrounding the situation. Okay. I'm not an expert on the situation. Again, same here. I have no doubt there is repression against the Uyghur minority population, but the State Department's own lawyers were not able to find evidence of genocide.
I mean, and, Kim Iverson talked about how that's, kind of nonsense and weird, but not really, and there's complications and terrorism, and yeah, it's...
Right.
I don't even want to get into it because I feel like I know nothing,
Yeah. Again, I try to avoid this topic because, again, I'm so far removed from it. I have no idea if what they're reporting is propaganda, fact, and who knows? I mean, there have been people on the ground that have reported it from both sides. So who do you choose to believe is the question.
We should probably deal with the genocides happening in our own country first.
Well, or at least one that's happening on a southern border, or that we're causing in Yemen, or in Gaza,
genocide, or
in all kinds of places.
Yes.
Right. So most recently, the U.S. passed a law banning imports from Xinjiang unless they can prove they're not using forced labor. But as Anthony Omin pointed out on Twitter, this will effectively result in companies not taking in any imports from there because it's so hard to prove a negative, leading to unemployment among Uyghur workers.
Right.
I mean, it's really ridiculous. This is the U.S. endgame with regards to Xinjiang, to remove U.S. Uyghur workers from the supply chain altogether, bringing China back to the conditions of the early 2000s, when NATO countries accused them of discriminating against Uyghur workers to begin with. It's really weird. So what should the U.S. left's position be?
Go back up for just a second. I just wanted to read what's underneath there. Law banning imports from Xinjiang. Okay.
Senate passed 100 to 0. Thanks, Bernie.
Yeah. Jesus.
This could radically reshape global supply chain. Elizabeth Warren, really progressive there.
Yep.
The U.S. left's position should be to oppose a new Cold War. Okay, now, Xi is part of the Klaus Schwab World Economic Forum crew and cabal that's part of bringing in the Fourth Industrial Revolution and the Great Reset, and that is a bit of an issue to me too. There are many problems with the Chinese government. They are not problems for Americans or Westerners to solve, and at a time when the West is entering into new Cold War, the left's main priority should be to stop this escalation and oppose war.
Yeah.
Okay. One said that Russiagate was the crime of the century, so he's clearly not good at seeing through State Department propaganda.
No.
Right.
No, just let them hit him right in the face.
And I know that there is a couple of people that have reached out that really enjoyed this article. Good stuff, Dissident, man.
Dissident's been doing great stuff. I've liked most of the articles we pulled from him.
He's in both of our Discords, actually, in the Jimmy Dore Discord as well as in the Independent Left.gg Discord. So, and definitely
David Lynch could write this well.
Give him a follow. Give him a follow on Twitter. It's at leftist_news12. So definitely give him a follow and support his work if you can. I don't even think that he has a way to give him a Patreon or anything. He just wants to share his takes out there, which are really, really strong.
Yep.
So let me set up the next one, which is man. On New Year's Eve, Planned Parenthood in Knoxville was set ablaze and burned to the ground. And it was an intentional criminal act. It was arson.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my mother worked at a abortion clinic in the South when they were threatening to blow them up back then.
Yep.
So seems similar stuff here.
Yep. Local authorities determined the fire. Actually, I think I might have even done a slideshow for this one. But thankfully, nobody was hurt. From my understanding, it happened in the middle of the night, but they did this on purpose. On January 22nd, the 48th anniversary of Roe v. Wade, someone fired a shotgun at the doors of the clinic, which was closed and unoccupied. The recent fire was undergoing a $2.2 million renovation and expansion, but neither incident resulted in injuries. Again, thank goodness. But
right. God forbid women get some pap smears or something.
It's really ridiculous. Okay,
it's
the
just
fire.
It's just a frame. It's just political framing of stuff like this has been.
When 95% of what they do is not abortion related and only provides services to women.
Right.
I mean, fire comes amid an unprecedented wave of state intended laws, intended to restrict reproductive freedoms, of course, looking to overturn Roe. Alexis Miguel Johnson is president and CEO of Planned Parenthood. Okay, she's devastated, of course, and this also served the northern Mississippi community, apparently. So you've got some pretty.
Yeah, because it's,
My guess would be pretty extreme right wingers were behind that, but who knows? Who knows who was behind it?
It's
Religious
yeah, it could
nuts. I
have been
mean,
just anybody.
crazy
Yeah.
people.
I mean, it seems kind of like, you know, fear porn to some degree, but I feel you. You know, like it sucks. Just like, what
Yeah.
can you do about it in the long run? Like,
No, it's just to know about it and know that these facilities are
yeah.
still under attack and to call it out. Again, I didn't see anybody else on the left talking about the fact that a Planned Parenthood was intentionally burned to the ground this month. Okay,
Yeah,
in spite of all the stuff that's been going on with them trying to fuck with reproductive rights and roll this stuff back, I thought that it was significant and did and should be highlighted at least for a couple minutes here.
Yeah.
Now
Well, that's
worse,
the thing. Is that Planned
worse is
Parenthood's
what
become so politicized, and yeah, it's bad.
this next story. World Socialist website, Jacob Cross does pretty good work. Canton, Ohio Police District Attorney and police and DA blame the victim after body camera footage confirms that the cop shot him without warning. Father of 6 murdered him.
Excuse me, officer. I'm sorry you shot me. What? What? They're blaming? Okay.
More than a week after an officer from the Canton Police Department shot and killed him as he was ringing in the new year with celebratory gunfire in his backyard, police have yet to release the name of the cop, much less file charges. Disturbing body camera footage released this week, and I'll bet Noli's probably seen the actual footage.
Yeah.
Shows officers surrounding him as he's firing his AR-15 rifle to the sky. The footage confirms his widow Marquetta's account of the events and her initial statements to the local press. Out of the blue, he said he got shot. Nobody said anything. They didn't say police. They didn't say freeze. They didn't say drop it. They just shot him. Now, it is true, while the practice of celebratory gunfire is illegal within Canton city limits, the tradition is generally tolerated by departments on holidays such as New Year's Eve and 4th of July. I mean, the kids were watching the countdown and we're going outside to shoot guns like everybody else does at New Year's. We do this every year because it was New Year's. Everybody in the neighborhood was shooting. It's tradition. I don't know where I don't live in an area where that's tradition, but okay, that's cool if that's your tradition. But
I live in the South, and most of us know shooting things up in the air like that. Eventually, things come down.
But here, due to the height of the wooden privacy fence around the family's yard, the killer cop had no way of knowing what or who they were shooting at. But this didn't stop them from taking a shoot first, ask for compliance after approach. Unloading at least 7 rounds from his pistol through the fence. Dude, he shot through the fence.
The fence. Right. Ugh.
From the footage, it's obvious he posed no threat to the officer. From the cop's angle, he's never observed pointing his weapon at the cops. It's only after the cop fired his weapon through the fence, striking and killing him, that he announced his presence.
Yeah.
This cannot be reformed. This cannot be reformed. All right? Justice for her husband. His badge terminated. Oh, that's the least of it. That guy should go to jail. It's not a requirement, and it's not feasible for an officer involved in a shooting to always be able to verbalize. They're making excuses. They're blaming him.
Yeah.
When you feel someone's pointing a gun at you, is about to shoot you, or has already fired a shot at you.
Yep.
Yeah. In capitalist America, a police officer just has to claim they felt a certain type of way in order to be justified in carrying out an extrajudicial execution. You know, what's the phrase that they say? Better to be judged by 12 than carried out by 6?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's a 4th-degree misdemeanor, punishable with a maximum sentence of 30 days in jail and a $250 fine.
Right.
Not murder.
Cynically comparing the killing of a human being to a football game, Yost, one of 10 Republican attorney generals who backed the would-be dictator Trump's attempts to overthrow The Electoral College votes of Pennsylvania in the 2020 election told the public to ignore the body cam footage and not believe their eyes. I mean, you could have left out the entire beginning of that thing and just left the last sentence. Would have been nice.
Do not believe your lying eyes. Like literally,
Yeah.
it's 1984. It was their most essential command.
Yeah.
And they haven't released any additional footage.
How many times
Why?
have we been watching a football game and we thought it was a fumble, and it turns out an official review that's shown on another camera angle. There is another angle. Like, it's from the body. It's like if you put hold on. Imagine if you put a body camera on Justin Jackson, right? And he gets clipped in the backfield, right? And the body cam of the guy who clipped him, like you look at it, yeah, that's definitely clipping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
It's just like, no, it would help you if it was body cameras. You wouldn't need a separate angle. You know, you could just see the fumble. Like, it was definitely a fumble.
Body cameras.
Like,
no, it's not. This is not football. The man is dead.
Right. Dead. Yeah.
Like, they killed him. He was shooting guns on New Year's Eve, and now he's flipping
a POV angle.
He had 6 kids.
Yeah. Oh God.
6 kids, man.
Why do they keep making stories like that? Why?
Well, it's not going to get any easier on this one. Chicago's race-neutral traffic cameras ticket Black and Latino drivers the most. Wow, what a shock. Okay, now this is a huge, long article that I definitely want to spotlight because, again, I didn't see anybody talking about this, but red light camera program. Yeah, New York eliminated red light camera program. New Jersey eliminated red light cameras. And more funding for cameras may be coming. But race-neutral alternative to potentially biased and for many black men, fatal police traffic stop. Okay.
Right, so is it, what is their, hold on.
It's targeting black and Latinos, even though it's supposed to be race-neutral.
Right.
Well, cameras send the most tickets to predominantly black zip codes.
Okay.
6 months later, Lightfoot, who campaigned part on ending what she called the addiction to fines and fees, proposed they expand the camera ticketing by lowering the speeds at which cameras will issue citation. She called it public safety because of people getting run over by cars. Many observers called it a cash grab. And it went into effect. Racial disparities persisted even after they went into effect.
Is it just because they're putting the cameras in low-income areas, or is it actively targeting, skin colors lower than this Luma?
No, it's the zip codes. It's the places where they're targeting people and where people are driving through. And
right. So yeah, they're just putting it in terrible places, I guess, huh? They're not putting it on Manhattan Island.
No. Some of the factors that contribute to ticketing disparities, such as wider streets and lack of sidewalks in low-income communities of color, also make those neighborhoods more dangerous for pedestrians, cyclists, and even motorists. So again, the city's latest transportation plan, which has a focus on racial equality, lays out a number of projects, such as improving crosswalks and building more bike lanes. Again, but none of that exists today. So again, it's the punishment way. Chicago's automated camera program began in 2003 after a 30-day experiment on opposite ends of Western Avenue recorded some 4,500 red light violations. People run red lights. Today, motorists are monitored by cameras at close to 300 locations around the city, making Chicago's automated traffic enforcement program one of the largest in the country. Both red light and speed cameras are distributed roughly evenly among the city's black, Latino, and white neighborhoods. So it's not that they put more in any one of them. It's just that the statistics show the cameras capture images of the license plate as well as video of the alleged infraction, which is reviewed by a third-party vendor before the ticket's sent out.
Gotcha.
So each year, the city issues approximately 1 million camera tickets, about evenly split between the two types of infractions. In all, cameras have generated more than $1.3 billion in revenue since the first one was installed nearly 2 decades ago. So,
T-bone crashes for one. Yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah.
A wide array of observers have criticized the program as a revenue generator more than a public safety solution. Okay. Right. Tickets for running a red light or going over 11 or more miles an hour costs $100. With late penalties that figure can easily grow to $244.
Right.
$35 for 6 to 10 miles over, an amount that increases to $85 when late. And a lot of people can't afford to pay those fines.
Yeah, I mean, and then it just they cite you again, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you hit your 3 strike, and then they arrest you pretty much. Like,
many residents have protested that the camera tickets hurt poor people who struggle to pay the fines in time to avoid hefty late fees and collections fees.
Yeah.
Now again, this is a really long article. I highly encourage you to go and read it at propublica.org. They're a good organization, uncorrupted. Here's the link in chat for everybody.
Nice.
Thank you, Human Love, for getting rid of the spammer. Okay, consider the speed camera on West 127th Street. The camera sits next to a fenced-in steel plant overlooking a busy 4-lane stretch of road where the speed limit's 30. What allowed the city to place a camera there, as speed cameras are only allowed near parks or schools, is a bike trail that cuts across the street a little west of the device. It's not a frequently used path. On a bright October morning, not one cyclist passed through in the half hour or so a pair of reporters observed the trail. No pedestrians walked along that stretch. Meanwhile, dozens of semi-trucks and passenger vehicles roared past, and every one of them, once they hit the camera, that camera issued 22,000 tickets to motorists caught over the speed limit, each costing over $100.
Driving 11 miles or more. Yeah, so even 10 miles over, you would have got popped.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, 6 to 10. You'd have gotten popped too.
Yep. Yep.
So it feels like a highway if you're going to do 50. If it feels like a highway, you're going to do 50.
Yeah.
So ProPublica found that all 10 locations with the speed cameras that issued the most tickets for going 11 or more over the limit from 15 through 19
roads.
are 4-lane roads. 6 of those locations are majority black census tract. I mean, again, it's another factor in ticketing: proximity to expressways, which were built over black communities in Chicago and across the nation. 7 of the 10 intersections with red light cams issued the most tickets within a block of expressway entrance. 6 of the 10 are in black majority census tracts. None of the 10 intersections where red light cameras issued the fewest tickets are near expressways, and just 1 is in a black majority tract.
Yeah. Yet it's just a coincidence.
Oh yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
You know,
it sucks.
Yeah, again, read the article. Really good. Again, I think I'm about 3/4 of the way through it. There you go. Emily Hopkins and Melissa Sanchez. Excellent work here, exposing more injustice and in what they're trying to do to fix a problem. And it turns out that it's actually more of a problem.
Yeah. Heller said it exploded when Lightfoot lowered it to 6. Like, it was apparently ridiculous.
Yeah. So that's our cops continue to target POC.
Who knew the lightest of feet could fit in the heaviest of boots? But,
now, I also wanted to showcase and give a hat tip to the tinfoil hat wearers in this world, because in this case they happen to be correct.
Gotcha.
January 12th. How many times did they say vaccine passports? What are you, nuts? You're a conspiracy theorist. Well, Washington, D.C. to combine photo ID with Vax passport scheme.
Mm.
The mayor of D.C. has decided to introduce new COVID restrictions in the U.S. Capitol starting January 15th, when businesses and many venues will start asking for proof of vaccination, and on top of a picture ID is yet more proof that their Vax Pass really belongs to them. Wow. ID verification. Thanks, Mayor Bowser. That's a Democrat, by the way. Authoritarian as a Republican.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, this is not good.
12 to 18-year-old kids will also, like, they're not even mandated.
Yeah.
But
like,
for restaurants,
Chuck E.
concert
Cheese,
venues,
relax. Yeah, like
bowling alleys.
Yeah, like it's literally Chuck E. Cheese. Like we're going to Dave and Buster's, and gotta have that vaccine passport.
The inclusion of photo IDs is in the mandate scheme in the district is an order coming from Democratic mayor. Looks puzzling to those who recall that the party's leaders, including Biden, previously equated requiring photo IDs to the 21st century Jim Crow. Yep. Jim Crow Joe.
Ouch.
So when Biden went to Georgia after last summer for his new voter law, that required citizens to prove their identity with an ID, he effectively accused the state and Republicans of introducing discrimination against minorities.
Yeah, by asking for the same thing.
Hypocrisy knows no bounds.
Right.
No, again, Biden doesn't control Mayor Bowser, but
passport to vote.
But I guarantee, well, yeah, because you're going to go into a public location that you're going to put seniors at risk who work the polls.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Unreal. What dystopian hellhole.
Ugh.
I've got a couple more stories. And actually some good news. Yay. Okay, so enough of all this depressing shit.
Everyone.
Americans can order free rapid COVID tests starting January 19th.
Woo.
Now, yeah, social credit for all of us, Eric. That's right. Thank you, China. Okay. A day after Biden announced he had directed his administration to secure 1 billion rapid COVID-19 tests to distribute for free among rising infections nationwide, the White House revealed Americans can start placing orders online next week for 3 tests per house at 1 billion.
Jeez.
I got 5 people in my house.
Yep.
There will be free tests available for every household, and to promote broad access, the initial program will allow 4 free tests to be requested per residential address.
Okay.
So starting January 19th, and I guarantee you they're going to crash this website at covidtest.gov, and tests will typically ship within 7 to 12 days of ordering. So basically, by the time you're already done with your COVID, you'll get the test. Yeah. Thanks for that. Thanks for nothing. I mean, this is... And not only that, I've heard about expired tests being sent out. All right, they'll launch a call line to help those unable to access it, like seniors. Oh, I can't even imagine. Hello, I need to order my mask. Oh my God. Just wait. Oh my God, am I testing? Can I order my testing kit? Oh,
please,
boy.
with the testings.
While the shipping timeline promotes some criticism, particularly given the latest business-friendly isolation guidelines from the U.S. CDC, the administration's plan to distribute free tests is widely popular across party lines. Well, yeah, because it's a cash grab to their frickin' donors.
Yep.
And, of course, the people would prefer to have something over nothing. So, yeah. Would you like to have some protection over no protection? And not even protection. It's just a test to know if you've got it or not. Look, I've got it probably right now. I got a dry, scratchy throat. I don't have a test. I don't need a test to tell me when I've got it. I need a test to tell me when I don't have it anymore.
Yep.
But in the meantime, I'm staying home.
Of course.
So, survey was conducted by the progressive think tank Data for Progress, January 9th through 10th, before the details of the administration's plans were unveiled. Again, it showed high support levels among likely voters and Democrats, independents. Even 55% of Republicans said that they would support sending out free tests to every American. I mean, again, how it costs money, but how can it really hurt the test?
Well, and how are they going to send it? Are they going to are you going to have to go to a place where there's, going to be a giant line of people trying to also get them, or?
Well, no, they're gonna mail them. They're gonna send them to you in the mail. But those tests, first of all, they're expensive. They're $40. If you don't have FSA money or you don't have insurance, that's a lot of money to begin with. So that alone actually does help. 4 tests, that's $160. You know, I'll tell you, my wife took a rapid test the other day, and it was $40 to go out and buy.
Yep.
CDC finally acknowledged Friday that as our friend Max Blumenthal referred to them, schmatas, or loosely worn cloth products, are not effective or as effective. All right. But they're most common among Americans, followed by disposable surgical, and then N95s. Only 11% said they tend to not wear a mask. 3% said they wear some kind of other face covering, like a gaiter.
Okay.
Bernie reintroduced the Masks for All Act that aims to distribute N95s to everyone.
Yeah. That's all we need is just masks. Just masks, everyone.
Well,
That'll
look,
fix it.
Asia, they deal with this by having mask mandates. That's how they deal with this. And
it's not the only way they deal with it. But
well, no,
sure.
but that is a large portion of it, and it.
I mean, they don't listen to the guy who does know what China did. But,
what's funny is I saw something about somebody was wearing an N90. He's walking down New York City street and he sees all these people wearing N95 masks, and all you see is the steam coming out from all around the side of the mask. It's like totally defeats the purpose of the N95.
Totally defeats the purpose. But it defeats the purpose of that. That's just what the N95 worn properly.
Yep.
And then you're supposed to wear a cloth mask over that? Okay.
No, you're actually supposed to double mask, according to Fauci, even though he sits in front of Congress and doesn't wear a mask at all.
Congress doesn't wear a mask at all, right. Yeah, but, whatever.
So, this is another good story. Hey, actually, activism works. How about that? Activist pressure pauses Newark frack gas project. And this was from Brett Wilkins at Common Dreams. He was psyched that I included this because not many people picked it up. This is not that far from my house personally, so this was a little near and dear to my heart. Environmental justice campaigner Maria Lopez Nunez stressed the need to find an alternative to the proposed power plant that does not hurt the lungs of our children and in no way contributes to climate change. Okay, again, Insider NJ reports the Passaic Valley Sewerage Commission heeded a request by the governor to cancel a scheduled Thursday vote on a contract for the $180 million plant in the ethnically diverse, quote-unquote, ironbound neighborhood of Newark's East Warren. All right, where there's already 3 power plants, number one, and also the train station, the Port Authority train station in Newark, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, so again, putting it on pause is a good thing. Our community needs a real process to evaluate alternatives to the power plant like the one New Jersey Transit has initiated for their resiliency project right next door in Kearney. We need to bring in real resources and experts to find a solution that does not hurt the lungs of our children and in no way contributes to climate change. Okay. Here she was on Democracy Now!, which is not, of course, our favorite outlet, but it's good for people to get the word out, and I'm glad they were spotlighting this. Okay, delaying this project is the right thing to do because new facilities should serve and protect overburdened communities, not increase harm and pollution. Okay, need a real process that centers robust community engagement to achieve a solution that protects public health today and safe environment for future generations. Okay. Gothamist reports more than 100 people joined a virtual meeting on Thursday at which Passaic Valley Chairman Tom Tucci announced the vote would be suspended in order to move forward in a realistic, responsible, and environmental way. I like hearing that. And this is good stuff. Direct action actually works. A 4-year-old could stand in a street corner in Newark and look at the smokestacks and say, "You shouldn't add one more." Pretty obvious stuff.
Yep.
Okay, there are better options out there for our lungs, our jobs, and our Newark Bay. We look forward to working with them. Again, so what is the alternative? I don't know what the alternative is, but I'm sure there is. They're working on one. But we're just asking for a chance to fight for clean air and clean water. This was going to be toxic pollutants, more of them. So
I say you just get like an army of tiny hamsters on wheels. That should do it.
So we stopped that from happening too. So that's the group of stories that I had for this week.
Okay.
And now I guess it's time for some Reddit cringe and for Reef to do some boats smashing into other boats.
I watch YouTube. Boats that smash into other boats.
Just go to bed.
I don't know why I didn't hear any sound.
Right?
I did hit the boats button. I didn't hear the sound though. Okay. Well, you're there.
Sure. Cool. So I do bottom display here, and just to make sure that we're holding true to the name of the segment, right?
Oh, here we go. I love seeing boats smash into other boats.
I just have to make sure OBS is working.
And so does Jimmy. Jimmy, I hope you're watching.
One of these days I'll just send him a whole folder full of them, right? So.
That's gonna leave a mark. Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Oh my god.
Shout out to Uncle Roger.
That's probably bad.
I just want to see that it's that, like, the thing about boats, especially ones this size, people don't realize the mass involved. Like, it looks like such a slow crash that, like, nothing's gonna happen, and then just rips off half the side of this metal.
Oh no,
boat.
no. You're not stopping that momentum. Yeah, legend is right.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
that's a captain that's looking for a new job.
Yep. And the dry dock. You know? I don't think you need the dry dock for that, actually. You should be fine. Actually, it's pretty superficial damage. Like, it's always better to go to the front or bow of your boat to crash it. As Titanic found out. But
nice.
How much do you think that weighs?
The bowl or the nugs itself?
The nugs inside the bowl.
I'd say a quarter pound.
Quarter pound. It's actually, lets me scroll a little bit, 420.69 ounces. Grams.
That's
420 grams. Yeah, it says G down here.
Ah.
Yeah.
420
grams.
420 grams. Nice.
0.69. What else I got? I've got a bunch today. So, me after rolling a blunt. Where'd the damn lighter go? Dr. Steve Brule. Where's it over here? Is that lighter over there? No. Is it over here? I love Steve Brule. Shout out to Tim and Eric show.
Genius.
Yep. Hopefully closing that didn't just kill Chrome, because it's not liking me today. When you tell your boss you need a bathroom break.
Nice. Dude, is that a prototype?
It might be. I mean, it's a little...
It's a converted prototype. I had a prototype.
Is that what it is? Did you?
Yeah, you could, like, kind of take it apart.
Gotcha. Yeah, I had a few of those. I had, like, a 7-pipe and stuff that you could take apart. Things like that.
Those things were cool.
Look at this cool dude.
Nice.
You know, this is a toy from McDonald's that goes way too well with a little jerk. But you know, let's. I'm just closing tabs because that'll save my computer. It'll just run better eventually. Too stoned and finding the dog. Cookie
Nice.
Monster like doggo.
I play with dog ears.
Doggo. Fucking Cookie Monster is the stoner of the group. We all know this, right? It's like him. It's like, and then Oscar the Grouch is like what happens after you use too much, right? You just become.
Oh, Ernie definitely gets down on some weed too.
Yeah, definitely. Him and his boyfriend. When you try to pass the blunt, but they're not paying attention, so you take another hit. I love the evil Patrick, which is just best. It's just good.
Sure.
Is that M for Mumbo? Right. Have you watched SpongeBob with your kids yet?
No, thankfully.
Have you done that? Okay. It's actually really good. You should give it a shot. Me looking at my weed versus the weed looking back at me. Yeah, give me that weed. Do it up.
But wait,
I don't know why.
It sees you twerking and it sees you a twerking Grinch. Is that
no? The twerking Grinch is the weed. How did you not get that one? That's the big old nug looking back at you. Like, anyway.
Okay. Okay.
Why do we have a picture of the Grinch like this? Is what I want to know.
Lisa Bonet. She just broke up with what's his name, Jason Momoa this week.
I bet that wouldn't happen to many women. They wouldn't decide to do that, you know. But who knows? All right, if I close that one, when you go to work fucking blitzed and have to head straight into an unexpected meeting, I feel like you would identify with this. Why is Big Bird on the Death Star? Can you explain?
Something tells me that's Photoshop.
Why
but
would
maybe
you have
not.
these guys
but maybe not.
Up? Like, who knows? I mean, you could just get anyone to be. Well, yeah, Big Bird's here.
No, they're literally on the Death Star.
Yeah, like I can't see it as like
what it looks like they did was
lighting perfect.
This looks like they replaced Leia with Big Bird.
With Big Bird?
Yeah.
All right, what else I got?
Wait.
So
down.
I just thought you would appreciate
Look how small that is.
I think this is for Legos.
Oh my god.
Yeah. See your little. It's like a Barbie bong. That's what it is.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We have Barbie accessories all over my house. I have twin kindergarten daughters, so yeah, that if they found that, I would definitely be concerned.
Yep. But
and I'd
where
take
do you
it from
get
them.
this at? Is what I want to know.
No, they made.
I want
Somebody
like a
made
little
that.
Barbie doll with. I want like stoner Barbie. That's what I want. Mr. Miyagi out here.
That is Pat Morita.
It is Pat Morita, baby. The greatest of all time, Pat Morita.
May he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace forever and always. But yeah, I just thought, you know, that's gonna be good when he waxes it off, you know. But yeah, anyway, moving on. Nothing to see here. I had to hit that button. So cannabis now. The glue holding this shit show together. This is,
accurate.
I feel like I need to like put on my medical records, you know. But
I think they're talking more like the whole country than just Reef. But yes,
that too.
Okay, that guy needs an eyebrow trim.
Holding it together. Does he? Is that what you noticed first?
That was the first thing I noticed. Was his eyebrows are out of control.
Is it gonna let me full screen? There we go. Jesus, what is going on with my PC today?
You okay?
You okay?
I'm freaking
I want to see it again. This guy's not having a good time or having a great time. One of the two.
You okay?
My shit.
Oh, he's definitely not having a good time.
He's freaking out. Look at his eyes. They're so
freaking out,
freaking
man.
bloodshot.
I'm freaking out, man.
Get that dude some munchies.
Oh
He
my
needs some
gosh.
munchies stat.
Oh. What do we got?
Hit the X on that one. Whenever my computer runs. Here we go. Full screen. Hello, computer. Please just do the. God.
Oh, that's where Noli was. Noli was streaming with Lucky. That's right. Shout out to Lucky, and everyone go hang out and go watch that stream when you're done.
We got one. We got two. We're messing with Bob. We're kicking Bob. Bob's getting beat up.
Okay.
Bob's getting trashed. I mean, hopefully Bob can make it out of here. Oh no!
Oh!
Bob did it.
Beaten by Bob.
Bob got him.
That's embarrassing.
Bob got him.
Bob doesn't even have arms.
Bob doesn't even have arms. He just headbutted him, which is great. Well, let me just replay real quick, or is that too much to ask?
Ed, it's a smoke effect.
Bing.
Oh, that knocked him out cold too. You got knocked the fuck out.
I mean, yeah, you got clean cocked on that one. But hit the X on that one. Dude, look at this nonsense. Like,
what?
Hold up, we'll get there. There we go.
Yes, you do. I see your rabbit ears. I see your rabbit ears. Yes, you do.
Look how creepy these things are.
Hello there. Do you have a boyfriend? I do not have a boyfriend. Are you asking for a friend? I'm asking for me. I see. Unfortunately, I am not on the market.
Oh my
Robots
God.
do not have relations. Do you have a boyfriend?
This is iRobot.
I'll take that as a yes.
Oh. This is literally like,
That face.
wow, that's so creepy.
The face is what gets me. Yeah, it's super creepy, but it's just the fact that the robot got jokes like that. Like, do you have a boyfriend? Like, oh, I'll take that as a yes then.
Shit, that's so funny. But creepy.
Dude, that robot
Dystopian.
is creepy as
Dystopia.
That's the one that like zombied. You know?
Welcome
Eric T
to
saying
AI.
BS. You know.
Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably somebody like standing in a closet behind there, like answering all shit.
Yeah.
Oh, your wonderful internet is not cooperating.
Yep. Do I have to refresh? Is that what's going on? Hello? Why?
What do we
It is
got?
not like today.
Ow.
Okay, can it just like play the video? Like, can it just?
Dude. Whoa, 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 whoa! Hey! How do you...
Wee!
He's gonna throw up. That dude's gonna throw up. He must be an ice skater.
Wee! I think there's just... They designed this for children, you realize, right? This is for like kids to
do. Kids will go flying off of that.
Oh my god.
Oh my word.
Like, that kid's supposed to be on this, you know? Like... And we can do it upside down!
Oh my god! How does he keep his face from hitting the pole?
I don't know, or his leg, or anything. You know, he's done that one too many times. But,
the Olympic cookie toss, yeah.
The Olympic cookie toss.
Charlie Brown's Rebellion, yes. Thanks for the follow, by the way.
All right.
Thank you for following, Lucky. Love you.
Full screen. Go. Go. Do it.
It's only 8 seconds. It's only 8 seconds. I've waited more than 8 seconds
only
just
8
for the
seconds.
video.
I know. Like, right.
I think the full screen's messing you up.
Yeah, I might
reason.
just leave it to not do that.
Okay. Nice. Handspring.
And of course that stops like right there.
5 seconds into the 8 seconds when he's about to wipe out, I'm sure.
Like, why? Why? Wow!
Oh!
Got him. Now we should be able to watch.
It was worth the wait.
And
look out!
Boink.
Turn around.
Yeah. Pay attention. And you think I'm like closing tabs? You think it would get better? You know?
Right.
Let's
Kids are fucking so. Oh, this is my favorite.
Yep. I have to like close the tabs that I didn't close earlier, probably. You know. But
The booty shot at the beginning. Yeah, that's right, Lucky. That was pretty funny. Nice. Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah, it's just the fact that he censored it, and it did it. Like, no, everyone knows what that is. You know.
That's great.
Hello. Why is my Jesus?
Yes,
I don't understand what's going on with things.
Yeah, your browser's not cooperating, but if he doesn't, if he closes it, we lose all the tabs. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, do I have like another Chrome up here that's like pulling resources that doesn't need to be there? And then I'll just close these other ones over here and see if that
Hope it came with a helmet. I don't know what this is.
Yep. It's going to be good, though. It's going to be worth the wait. It's from Reels, even. Right. Literally, this is the only the only tab I have right now is this.
See what Dawson got for Christmas. For Santa. What?
Oh!
A four-wheeler!
I wonder what he got for Christmas, though.
He got a four-wheeler.
Oh, you heard it. You heard it, huh?
Oh, I heard it.
What Dawson got for Christmas. For Santa.
A four-wheeler!
Oh, that's gonna leave a mark.
Oh, we are in the middle of the dad zone, I'm pretty sure.
Love it.
But I just thought you as a dad would appreciate that one. Yeah, things are running a little more quickly. You will, dude. You're gonna die at this one. You ready? You ready for this?
Oh God.
That was it. That was the video.
That was it. That's it.
I just thought you would just. You've had those moments of just like, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Like the kid put him in there. Now it's
see, but that one I can. That's an easy fix. That's at least there's like no pee and poop in the toilet before I have to go get the toys.
God. That's bad, dude. The follow through on this is great. All right, let's back it up a little.
That's for catching.
Uh-oh. Oh!
Ooh, do you want to see it again?
Catching.
I mean, she like good form and everything. Look at that.
Wow.
Like, Merry Christmas. You'll poke your eye out. You know, what else I got? Keep in mind, mine normally ramp up. You know?
Yeah.
Let's full screen.
It's me falling down the stairs.
I don't even want to know.
It was him falling down the stairs.
Well, no, I know that, but
you don't want to know why.
I don't want to know what he crashed into specifically that made him go ah.
I don't know.
My guess is his nuts hit the banister and he split.
Oh.
Because he didn't drop the phone.
That one got me. That one got me this morning.
Cereal. Oh boy.
It's cereal.
Charlie, what's life?
It's a cereal.
Good job,
Life's
kid.
well,
you know.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Hey, Mikey.
He is not wrong.
Hey, Mikey.
Hey, Mikey.
He likes it.
Charlie, what's life?
It's a cereal.
It is a cereal.
It's also a game.
It is.
Yes.
It is a game. Yes, that is also the case. I feel like this is how you dad, right?
Hear this.
I love it on the Ring camera.
He's dying.
I'm dying.
The kid's dying too.
It was right on cue. It was perfect timing.
I know, dude. It's just like, that's such a dad and a half joke too.
Yep.
Like, this one's also pretty dad. All right, full screen. Full screen.
Oh boy.
Hey, Mom. Yeah? I like your hair today. It looks like pretty. Oh, thank you. Can I touch it? Yeah. Your mustache is really soft. Never shaved it.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, dude, he better run. He better run.
Oh, look it out.
I do not want them to see my face. Oh. Oh.
I love that one. I can't wait for when you have this happen.
Millie's been proposed to at school. Who proposed to you, Millie?
Who was it now?
Who was?
Tommy.
So Tommy's proposed to Millie, and she keeps telling her she's got a ring in her bag. So, like anyone, we was expecting the Haribo ring. Millie, can you just go and get the ring that Tommy proposed to you with today, please?
Let me guess it. It's like a real diamond ring. It's a real diamond ring. He stole it. Love it.
3 enormous diamonds and proposed to Millie.
Oh, he's a little diamond thief.
Go on then, Tommy.
Bye-bye.
Go on then, Tommy. Bye-bye.
Oh, my God.
Dude, Tommy be out here. He'd be doing it.
That's great. Good job. Tommy knows how to butter up the women.
Yeah,
and
the dad. The dad's like, oh my God, this guy's got money. We got another one.
Hey, Molly. Did you put the green stamp in your mouth at all? No. You didn't? Did you put it like around your mouth or in your face or anything? No? Okay. All right, well, have fun, okay?
All right, well, have fun then. Like,
as long as you didn't put it in your mouth.
As long as you didn't do that, except that it's like, yep, that's exactly what happened though. Yeah. Oh, dude, you know when you thirsty and you want to go get that juice?
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
It's sometimes like difficult.
Oh no.
To get the kind of juice you want. You gotta get that juice. You need that juice.
Oh my God!
That juice.
Oh, she got it. Oh no! It's all over the table. Oh.
Where the juice goes now.
Oh, she was so close.
She was so close. She had it.
Oh, she was so close.
What is the matter with you? What is going on?
14 seconds of Reddit, and you cannot allow it.
You cannot allow it. Like, what is the problem? Fine. We don't need to watch the last 4 seconds of that. Oh. It was just her pouring the rest of the juice in. That's really what it was.
Yo, X Games.
X Games?
You gotta watch that. Watch the ball.
Yeah, that's some grandpa shit right there.
Dude,
that's some grandpa move right there.
That's a grandpa move and a half. He out here with the knee braces. You know? Whoop, and gone. He's just, where did that ball go?
What a head fake. Dude.
Why is that not used in the NBA more? I feel like that's a move.
That's a Globetrotters move. That's definitely like Curly Neal tribute right there.
I just want you to realize that, you know, with the world flooding right now, right, that we have to make sure to save the important things in a flood.
Yes.
Right? Only get the essentials. Only the essentials.
What the fuck is... Ew.
They're going, but they gotta get the essentials.
Wow,
on,
they're
man.
all the way up to the waist.
Yeah.
Jesus. It's so dangerous. Like any electrical outlets, that's so dangerous.
But you know, they got the essentials,
Well,
though, man. The essentials are there.
Wow. Oh my god. Oh. Well, if I'm gonna be flooded, I might as well be friggin' drunk.
Might as well be fucking pissed, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep. I love how they went back for that. They're like, I know exactly where it's at, though. Hold on. Like, you know. So stairs. It was a good week for stairs.
Baby shark, da 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 da, ow! Upside down shark, doo 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 doo
doo. Upside down shark, doo doo doo.
Flipping
That's
shark, doo
funny.
doo 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 doo.
Like, hopefully all his vertebrae left. No, sharks don't have bones. What am I talking about? It's all cartilage. They should be fine. You know? Do you know how much golf bags are worth?
Yes, I have one. Are they all coming down? Oh god! That had to be a setup. That had to be a setup.
It's the oh my god, like.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch it.
Oh my god, he says that before it fucking happens.
Yeah, he knew what was about to happen.
He was like, oh god. I hope they're resilient enough to, like, hold up to that. Like, could you imagine, sir, you had to pay for all of these?
Oh.
So before we head to
right?
our animal zone, we had to praise the birth of our savior. We had to celebrate it.
Oh, I know what this is. I saw this. You shared this with me.
Finally arrived.
The birth of our Lord.
The winner of our contest is the Naming the Baby with the Gladys Porter Zoo, and it's the baby gorilla. Lisa, tell us about our winner. I won't give it away yet. Let Lisa do it. Well, he is a counselor at BISD. His name is Dan.
Yep.
And he came up. He has a variant. I'd rather have him tell the story.
Are you going to DMC?
So-
Is this going to get DMCA'd?
Don't think so. It's like a local news station.
Arambe is her name. Once again,
But they're talking about the birth of the gorilla Harambe. Praise Harambe. How cute he was. It's such a cute.
It's a she. It's a she.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. They were talking about a female gorilla.
Was the one that, you know, was our savior also female?
I don't know.
I don't remember. But I think we ended up in the wrong. That was our Nexus event, was Harambe, and you know, it caused all the animals to go crazy.
Ela faz tudo sempre igual.
Look at cute boy.
Oi,
Look,
meu
it's
amor,
Leo.
você quer a sua comidinha?
The drumming
Tadinha,
dog.
já tá ali, né? Ainda fala que é maltratada.
Or
que eu não
Brownie.
gosto de você.
Pick your
Mostra pra
chihuahua.
eles quem
The
é que
dog's like, lady, stop talking and give me the damn food.
Give me that food. Get out of here. My food. You.
Cão.
It's my food, lady. If you come any closer, I swear for God, it's my food. Look, it's food. I'm hungry.
Nice.
I love how fast that little fucker moves. He just scurries. He's a little scurrying boy. You know? But, what else we got? Dude. I feel like this is, you know, people want to dig themselves into. Oh my God. I love its old holes. Like, he's
Is he
so
in the sand? Is that like on the beach?
Or it's maybe, yeah. He's just whip. Why? Why does that get me? I feel like anytime you wanna just like put like, the grave you're digging for yourself and just send them that. Just like this is what you're doing. Like dude, that dog got me. When I first saw that, I was like laughing for like 30 minutes. But
that's a lizard. That's a struggling lizard.
Go. He's trying so hard. He's gonna do it. Oh no! He's trying so hard.
Oh, struggling lizard.
Oh, that should be a meme. So, did you know goats can defy gravity? Like,
what?
Look at this.
Wait, what?
He's fine. Like,
dude, what? But how?
I wish I could tell you.
But how? That's amazing.
That is pretty amazing. Yep. Goats just they got magic powers, bro.
Where's Jim Brewer when you need him?
Right? What animal is this? Can someone tell me?
Oh my!
What this animal
it fell down a hole, whatever it was. Oh.
What is that? I've never seen that animal.
That looks like a porcupine type of skunk.
Skunk or something. If someone knows what this is.
What is that?
You gotta get out of the hole, bud.
Maybe some kind of crazy raccoon? Some kind of crazy raccoon, maybe?
Maybe. Or like a possum or something.
Trying to get it out of the hole.
Yeah. Come on, bro. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. All right, cool. You're out of the hole.
Now you're going to attack me? Now is it going to attack? Or is it just going to run away?
It's out of here. It's out of here. It's cool.
Oh, no, it's back
right
in the hole.
Like, just leave him. This is where he wants to be, man. Oh, now we got to get him out of this fucking hole. Okay.
That's somebody who's resigned to die in a hole.
Yep, he just wants to be there. This is the holes that dog dug.
It's like, I just want to die. I just want to go in peace.
Just leave me alone. Life is shit. This one's crazy. Like, it just came up and I was just so startled. Is that Abrupt Chaos subreddit? Just a cat. He's chill. Oh my god! Like, it just comes out of nowhere.
Wow.
It's like a DDT for the top rope.
Yep.
Just and gone.
Oh. I'm gonna
just
get you.
Gone.
I'm gonna get
and like
you.
some high-pitched child scream. But here we go. You're rolling up a hose and like, whoa, what is that? Whoa, God. Like,
like somebody else thought it was funny too.
The hose freaked him out.
Oh my god.
Oh, don't touch me. Like,
what else we got? Yeah, a few more. Uh-oh.
I mean, speaking of DDTs from the top rope.
It looks like a leg drop coming.
This is in Russia. Keep that in mind.
Okay. In Russia, wrestler fall on you.
Oh God.
In Russia, you don't fall on wrestler. Wrestler fall on you.
Wrestler fall on you.
Wow.
Like,
she did not like that very much.
Her face is priceless, though. She was like, I think it is, the floor and stuff is set up, so it's all right, but still.
That felt like it hurt.
It definitely probably had some pain there. we got himself a little surfboard, and
oh no,
and just
wait,
dead stopped right there.
Wait, what?
Oh,
he
God.
slipped. He slipped.
He hit like both shins into like metal. Yeah.
Oh, the sound.
Ding ding.
Ding ding.
Yeah. We'll get to.
Somebody will have a hospital trip later.
Speaking of those sounds,
I got hurt real bad.
All right.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
Oh my God! The guy who put the church music at the end is just oh my God, so good.
What could go wrong? One of our favorite subreddits.
Oh.
Right through.
Oh!
Look at dude's laugh. It's like almost funnier than that.
Oh my God.
He sounds like a seagull. Fine. But
Man, this helmet wrong side lah.
Yeah.
I love how when he switches it, the look on his face is just he's like, okay, yeah, there you go. You did it.
Nice. Oh, poor cat.
Good for you. It's just funny. How do you mess that up? That had to be uncomfortable.
My wife has done that.
Has she?
No, not my wife, but my daughter. My daughter puts it on the wrong way. I'm like, no, backwards.
All right, my bitch Owen's going for double.
Come on, Owen.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right into the snow. Hopefully that was like soft snow.
No, that was that was definitely soft. Because if it was hard, he would have hurt himself, and you wouldn't have buried himself.
Yeah. So this is a double feature, right? So I feel like trains are land boats. That's what I feel like, right?
Sure.
Biplane.
Oh my.
So that was a plane that had crash landed there. Okay.
Sure.
Right? And there's a separate angle.
Oh,
right?
yes, we saw this. The cops got the guy out just barely.
Right. So here they are dragging him out. Right? And it's like they pulled him out.
He's messed up pretty good. Oh. Damn.
Yeah. Trains are just don't fuck with trains.
I'm sure he never intended to mess with the train, or he never intended for his plane to end up on a train track.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, this is not going to be good.
You already know.
Oh, suspension cannot handle a rock that big.
More. Curl the bucket. There you go.
You curl it.
Oh,
yeah, there you go.
You just broke your axle. You just dropped your axle.
Holy shit.
Right.
This motherfucker just turned into a mini truck.
Turned into a mini truck.
There's no way that could still move after that.
Yep. All right. This one's insane. All right, so before it goes... Oh, all right. So we're going to pull the pump truck right into this, crate elevator, but that's like concrete bags or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we got him on there. Cool. Everything's cool.
Oh!
Oh shit!
Wow. That must have been kind of heavy.
Buy yourself a lottery today, sir.
Because you survived. That's one of your 9 lives right there.
Yeah, that's, you know.
Well, you were going to go down. You were going to go down. You were going to go down. Whoa! Oh, my God.
Dude,
yeah, that's right. Wow.
Like, it's like it's worse that you know it's coming. Like, you know?
Damn.
Oh, my God, dude. Imagine the people at the bottom floor. What just happened? Like,
the crash.
Oh.
Because you know that snapped the cable.
Oh, yeah. That was just... And that was, like, immediate, too. It was just, like, gone. But...
Where's the what? Allah Akbar! Allah
Akbar! Kamikaze freaking... That's one way of saying look out.
Well, yeah.
Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar!
God is good. God is good. Pow!
Oh my God. Play that again.
Play it again.
Play that again.
Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar!
I don't know why that's so fucking funny.
I don't know why that's so funny to you, but that's really funny.
Yep.
Oh.
It killed me when I first saw it. It was like, oh.
All right, we got a couple left. All right.
Yep. Yep.
What do we have? Uh-oh. What's under there?
See, it's the waiting game. This is like a garage, like a car garage.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, so that's like a lift. Oh. Did it hold him?
Like,
Wait,
yeah, it held him
what?
perfectly. He held it down. Yeah, so here's what happened, right? That's all he dropped. He just dropped like a little firecracker, right?
Damn.
But the shockwave or whatever, like, blew everything except him.
Wow.
Like, yep, and he's fine.
Yeah, oil change station. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Although I wouldn't want to be igniting things like that there, you know? All right. So this is supposed to have been a dad zone. Boink.
All the way over and ow! Right in the
Like,
neck. Right in the ear.
Just, what did he think was going to happen? I mean,
Well,
obviously
he thought the car was going to go over the ramp and jump him.
Yeah. But anyway,
And
that's
not so much. Okay.
So,
Well, that was fun.
I thought so.
Look at that. We are 2 minutes to midnight. We're just at 2 hours.
I watch YouTube. Boats
I
that...
forgot to hit Luma Wipe like I always do. So now we're going back to
boats.
Yeah.
Maybe we just bookend with another boats transition back anyway. You know?
Yeah, except that we go back to you. The end of it's supposed to go back to you. Anyway, yeah, so like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Indie News Network. We're actually going to do a network stream tomorrow, 1:30 Eastern. Go subscribe to Indie News Network on YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook and Twitter at Get Indie News. I know at least a few people will be joining. We'll see who else will join. That'll be a good time. Waiting to see who's going to be the next guest on Friends of Indie Left. I've got a couple of requests out, and a couple of people have actually agreed and booked some times. We've got somebody booked for February 7th. Not going to share who just yet, but it's going to be good. Everybody's going to like that. And subscribe, of course, to Leftist.today, the Substack, IndependentLeft.news, updated once a day. It's Reefer After Dark. Watch Reefer After Dark's Friday night at 10 o'clock. and our usually scheduled time for How Did We Miss That midnights on Saturday night.
Nice.
And other than that, I'm gonna steal from Uncle Warren. Wash your ass.
Wash your ass. Keep listening to what little birdies have to tell you, everyone. Good night.